Just hearing that makes me want fresh popcorn.
Yeah, I think every time I've heard it, I'm like, now I want popcorn.
All right, welcome everybody to Fusion Pop, presented and produced by Fusion Radio. I am Janine, aka DJ Eternalize, and this is Jeremy, aka Mad J Dog. Say
Hi,
hi.
everybody. Hello again.
We we have another who might be joining us, but she's having technical difficulties. And Nancy, I haven't heard from, but if she jumps in, I will bring her in with us as well. So now let's get on with our talk of the night. All right, so tonight, of course, is it's bad when you forget your own title.
Not our favorite Halloween non-horror movies.
Yes. So, and of course, they're more of the family oriented things you grew up on as a kid, that you fell in love with. And, we're going to talk about a bunch of those because, it especially during this time when you have kids, you want to make sure to have that good movie. And sometimes they're not horror movies, Halloween movies that you probably didn't realize are out there that might be fun.
Oh yeah, it's or basically movies that you grew up with that you want to pass on to your generation. I mean, my favorite, definitely gonna be when I have kids. I'm gonna put Back to the Future and to make them sit down and watch with me Back to the Future with me, because the fact that was something I liked growing up, and I want to pass that on to the next generation just because let's get them to like it.
True. So we'll start with you, Jeremy. Okay, so what are the movies that
besides one of the obvious ones I'll probably say at the end, but I'm gonna start off with, obviously, even though in the theming of the movies it goes through a couple months, I'm gonna say Ghostbusters 1 and 2, because they're definitely a Halloween feel to it because they're dealing with ghosts and stuff.
Definitely.
Besides the fact the casting was done well, and they just did and they worked so well together. The comedic talent of everyone involved, and
I agree.
So can't wait for the third one. The continuation. I can't wait for that. I haven't watched as much, but obviously I'm gonna have to name it as well. This is a classic. Nightmare Before Christmas. That's Halloween / Christmas. It's a good one for people to pick.
I mean, now remember, everyone, some of these certain kids might still find some of the underlying dark parts of it kind of scary, but these are just some to go with. And also, some of the ones we'll talk about are for a bit older as well.
Of course. I think we've, obviously the coup de grace, or one of the bigger ones that it's been from Disney as well, is Hocus Pocus. A lot of us grew up watching Hocus Pocus as well.
And that's still a major favorite. They said that it was doing really good in theaters again. Like, they brought it out for drive-in theaters and everything, and it brought in huge theater goers. So
this one's more. I think we'll also have to agree with, but it's on the more. I would say it is on more of an adult side of it, not morely for kids, but it's not. Even though it says horror in the name, gotta go with Rocky Horror. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Now that's not for kids, though.
Not for kids, but more for the older generation. Horror. But it is a good Halloween movie that isn't horror based, or even though it has it in the name, it's more of a musical / comedy thing.
Cult following, and it has underlining sexual.
Yeah.
going on. So
Tim
definitely not
Curry
my
was the
kid.
freaking man, though. I gotta say, all their performances, everyone in that cast was great too.
Hmm.
You had some ideas from me, but I like to hear some on your end, Janine.
Oh, I have a lot, but and just so you know, tidbit on Rocky Horror Picture Show. I actually, when I was in Charlotte, and they still had, oh, now I can't remember the name of it because they shut it down. It was in the mall. Anyway, it was one of those sit down with the table with chairs around it, but it wasn't like set up like a theater chairs with the little tables. It was more like a theater. Anyway, I was doing the live shows. I was first Magenta, and then I did Columbia once and Janet once. But of course, I always did Magenta. Other than that, Magenta is my favorite.
I'm trying to
So
think of which one that was. Was that the? I don't remember. I can't place the character. Sorry.
which one? Janet was done
I
by,
know Janet's the lead.
yeah,
One of the Magenta was either
Magenta, the maid with the wild hair.
okay. The maid. Yeah. Okay. I
The
gotcha.
the sister to shoot, now I can't think.
I just remember like two like, and the other girl was the one that had a crush on Eddie. I just don't remember her name either. Offhand.
Columbia. That was
Columbia.
Columbia.
Yeah, Columbia is the one that had the crush on Eddie.
Riff Raff and Magenta were brother and sister, but also lovers. So that was like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Susan Sarandon was Janet, of course.
Yes.
Barry Bostwick was Brad, her husband. And you have to admit, whoever made that, it's like, wow. Wow. And that's all I gotta say is wow.
For obviously, people that were listening into me last week, I think I covered some of the. I believe I had "Sweet Transvestite" from Tim Curry on my Spooktober block, and that's always fun hearing that because that was him.
Mm-hmm.
That was 100% him that did that. That was all him.
Oh yeah, all him. All of them actually sang, as far as I recalled.
Yeah, I think they all did. They all sang. I think. Well, besides Tim Curry, had like was not one of the more notable appearances, I think. But I think I gotta give it to Meatloaf with his performance because in fact his song was one of the harder songs to do. I believe. I heard like there's some people that actually do the Eddie role. They don't do the song the same way as him because in fact you don't have the same speed as Meatloaf did.
Yeah.
And what is actually funny about it is I think there was I saw recently it might have been from a couple of years ago, but I've read a more recent rendition with Meatloaf singing that song. He could still do it, but it's a little bit harder for him to do because of his age now and his timing's kind of not there anymore. But it's still cool seeing him try to do it.
Oh yes, definitely. It was I'm trying to it was definitely a lot of movement. Like, I mean, he was riding the motorcycle while singing. He was dancing while singing. I mean,
he was playing saxophone too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, then they had the remake of it, which there's only one thing one of the positives I only liked was Adam Lambert doing because he was Eddie for that and he actually did. I was actually pretty impressed with the role, how he did it too. I'm like, it was actually done pretty well. I'm like, I'll give him that. It's not Meatloaf, but it was a pretty good take. I'll give him props for the rendition of Hot Patootie.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Hot Patootie, bless my soul.
I think I might have played that. I might have played that already too for my Spooktober block, or if I didn't, I'm probably gonna do it again. That might be one of my Halloween ones this week. Yeah, like I said, like I've been having fun with that particular role. It actually even takes a little bit off for me when I'm just making my show every week. And it's like I can pick 4 songs off the bat, and it's like one section, one music block is done, and it's just like, oh, that's so much easy. And I'm like, especially since I think I liked my intro I did for it too. The intro I did, I just found some. I found like a Halloween organ track. Hey, there's her.
There she is. And everybody remembers Kristen, aka DJ Stylicious.
Welcome. But I do like. I like.
Got our computer going. Yay!
I personally liked how my the intro came out, and it was like it's just like I had this creepy organ playing at a lower tone, but then it was actually all my voice. I just threw it into the deeper register to sound like more spooky. Like it was really cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, we're talking Rocky Horror Picture Show right now.
I've never watched that.
Oh, audible gasp! You gotta watch the Tim Curry version. That's the only version I recommend you to watch.
You know, we're gonna have to do that. Watch movies together one night.
Yeah,
we got to.
So,
maybe next week we do a Halloween. Like just do a sit down with a Halloween movie or something.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't Netflix have a thing now where you can watch together?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
It does. And I think Disney started one too. I think they're all like, oh, we could do like movie theater kind of feel for at-home people who are too far away to be together.
I swear if we actually could do Rocky Horror, if I remember all the things we could do, we just do out of all the props, just have prop.
Well, we don't have to do the props either. We could just do the dance. Like before me and my sisters ever saw Rocky Horror Picture Show, we heard the music, and that my stepdad got us into it, actually. If I remember correctly. And he even has, I think he has the script or something. He got a collection thing, but we finally got to see it, and we would like take parts and do our parts and start dancing along with it when it came on. And then, of course, I actually did the real life thing.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
It was a lot of fun. But when you have a bunch of drunks, you got to be careful. Because when I was Magenta, you know, when she's like, more, you know, coming, you know, and then she comes down and is like, dinner is prepared later. Well, when we did the more where I had to go out into the audience, and I was wearing just like a slip, you know, like you have underneath a dress, and like, okay, based on what I look like now, I was skinnier back then. I was sexy looking, but I was coming down, and the drunk guy comes out of nowhere, and he's like, "Hey, you know, can I come with you?" or whatever. And I'm like, no. Like,
step down, please.
I'm like, I'm going live. you gotta sit down. Try not to show them, and then I continued my thing. But some of them, yeah, they could be a bit in your face.
That's one of those things you're hoping for an usher or something to come out of nowhere and just like, okay, you gotta go.
We didn't have that because it was so late at night that they didn't have a full staff there, and they had like the bartender, they had this, and maybe 2 or 3 other people at most. And usually they
should have had at least somebody be an usher just because the fact stuff like that could be bound to happen.
Oh yeah.
I have grown up watching it, but I think one of my experiences is, like I said, I was in marching band. We played that one year, and it was just like the crowd went nuts when we did that set. It's just like, well, like I said, Bohemian Rhapsody. We started off with people thrilled to see us do that. We did Carry On Wayward Son by Kansas as well. Then we went into the Time Warp, and it was just like it was all cheers, and they were just all shocked of all the things we all did. We just did these like random sets for that during the Time Warp. Like each section had a different part, and they kind of got pulled out to the front to play. Well, my section was the Columbia section when they were doing when she was doing her walking down the street part. That was I was a trumpet player. We just had a line of trumpets just standing there playing out front, doing random wild things. It was crazy. But I think one of the things we did, what we were told to do, was I had the trumpet here, and I was playing the trumpet to my left. I was doing the keynotes to the person to my left, while the person to my right was doing it for me. So it's like we were playing. It looked cool, to say the least. I didn't know if it sounded good, but it looked cool because we did some random things.
Yeah. Now the story about how I got on to that though is kind of funny. Yeah. Here we go. Here's some not scary movies. The Nightmare Before Christmas. We brought that up earlier too. Twitches and Twitches 2, and also Halloween Town. And Twitches and Twitches 2 and Halloween Town. I think they have 3 or 4 movies of Halloween Town right now. They are all Disney. So
that's always good. Disney's.
Mm-hmm. Now, how I got into Rocky Horror Picture Show is what was my 21st birthday. And a bunch of my friends wanted me to check it out. Okay, it is 4. Halloween Town has 4. A bunch of my friends wanted me to check it out. So we first started at a local bar, and they got me beers and all these drinks. Then they drove me to the theater at the mall. I wish I could remember the name. I'm going to have to look that up too. Anyway, and we were in the audience. And at the time, I was also kind of dating somebody, but they got me a bunch of drinks. Even this, oh my gosh, it was so good. And I just drank the thing. I mean, it was like a shake, like with the whipped cream and the flavors, but it also had like vodka or something in it. So I was gone. And they had me go up on stage because I was a virgin seeing it like in real life. They had these red balloons they put between your legs to pop your cherry, mind you.
Oh, bye.
And they went through and would pop them. But at the end of the show, they brought up how they needed more people to like help out because not everybody could be the part of the live show, and that's how I got into it. I was like, "Oh, I want to do this."
Nicole's with me; she's laughing.
Yeah, it was funny. It was actually funny.
That's great.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, after that, that's when I did. It was like every Friday and Saturday nights, and I made sure I made sure I could do it, and when I couldn't, they had, of course, other people to do it. So, but they at least had enough people, and it was fun. I had a lot of fun with that.
And like I said, it'd probably be a lot more. Usually, it would be fun with events like that if they actually hand out, like I said, have the audience participation when the audience would be given the props to go along with with Rocky Horror and stuff. But I know there's more than one, but the main one I remember offhand is the newspaper over your head part where it was
throwing of toilet paper.
Yeah, the toilet paper.
Wasn't there toast too? I'm trying to remember.
I would have to go through like the full list. I would have to remember, I would have to look it up because in fact I don't remember half of it. I just know the toilet paper and the newspaper were things.
Yeah, I was trying to remember that too. Yeah, that's all I can remember.
Now I almost have to ask the question, since you've done that. Have you had anyone in the audience actually dress up for the parts? Because in fact, I know people like go to do screening, go to the screenings in costume and stuff. People love to have the tendency of being in costume because like I said, Rocky Horror is a cult phenomenon and people go nuts.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I think there's only a couple, but there wasn't many. Yeah, there wasn't many. It was mostly the actual actors and actresses that did it. Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, like some places had more, but this place was kind of small too. It wasn't as big as the actual theaters that they had it in. This
Yeah.
was more smaller based. So
Okay, I understand.
yeah. And I'm trying to see. I was trying to see if it showed me a list of the mall. It wasn't the South Park Concord or the main malls. It was one of the malls that is now no more. But I'll figure it out. At some point it will show me. It will come. Maybe not. Because sometimes if it's so long ago, I notice it's harder to bring it up than it used to be, you know?
Yeah, I understand. I understand that.
So, but a lot of places do have Rocky Horror Picture Show these days. Let's see, there's New York, Nevada, New Jersey, blah blah blah. I'm trying to see. Yeah, no, that.
I say if they don't do the actual show, like the play or the musical itself, they usually most places just iron down to showing the movie.
Yeah, that's what they do more now than the show. I noticed. Unless it's like a con or festival, like the horror cons or you know, that type of thing. Conventions a lot of times will have a Rocky Horror Picture Show night, so people could look into that when the pandemic's over.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Any others though, Jeremy?
I think we almost covered most of the ones I remember offhand that I know of for that I personally watched for Halloween. But I'm trying to think of what other ones. Like,
and now I have the songs in my head. Like, it's astounding, time is fleeting, madness takes its toll.
This show sounds less and less appropriate.
Well, yeah, it's not really for we're doing mainly non-horror, but family oriented, and those that this one is more sexual based. And
that's lovely.
Yeah, it's something you and Steven could watch, but I wouldn't recommend it to your kids.
Yeah, unless they're
not at all.
I would say unless they're old enough to understand what's
like
going on.
And older is the 18 is the lowest I would say you should watch it. Though I saw it younger, so I
saw it younger too. I mean, I think I was just
I saw it at like 13, 14 years old, something like that.
I can just see this. What'd you guys watch while you were at home this Halloween? We watched the Rocky Picture Show. The teacher be like, "What?"
Has Tim Curry in it.
Yeah, that would be a call BCS.
Right.
This parent's letting them watch this, and this.
It's amazing because the fact we're talking about it, but it's like I just know he's not. He is. I mean, I know he's still around, but he's not as well as he used to be. Because he suffered some strokes, and I mean,
he's slowly getting better. But yeah, it pretty much did the face going like this, and I mean, he still does conventions, which I mean, I'm like, wow, go him, you know.
But he can do it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, his talking, you could tell it impacted him.
He did. He was the narrator in the Fox remake or reboot, and he looked pretty good. He sounded pretty good, at least at the beginning. But when they did the Time War section, he didn't look good. He started looking back. Like he was just like, I don't want to be here kind of feeling.
Yeah.
He was just not talking well enough.
Talking about Tim Curry, though, another movie that he's in that's good for Halloween is Legend, when he's the Lord of Darkness.
I might have to look up some Tim Curry, look up some roles.
And he in that one, it's Tom Cruise's very first movie he ever did.
That's a shock.
Yeah, you get to see some leg action. I guess.
As long as he doesn't have his staple running, because
No,
Tom
this
Cruise is known for
before-
running and riding a motorcycle.
No. This was before all that.
I know.
No, we're talking
Thank-
Ghost Rider.
No, to go back.
Oh, that's
yeah.
that's not really Halloween, but that could fit Halloween because the fact it's Halloween themed.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage was badass in that movie.
Sorry.
I mean, if only they could
Woo!
I guess wrote those movies a little bit better. I mean, Nicolas Cage I think was a good fit. I think he just wasn't. It wasn't well. The scripts weren't. They could have probably been better.
The writing, you mean?
What?
The writing.
The writing, yes, the writing could have been probably better.
There's a lot of movies like that where the writing, if it was done better, it would have been blow your mind away. All right. So Jeremy gave his list. All right, Kristen, what's your list of movies? Family-oriented ones, and also like your favorites in general that aren't really considered horror.
Hocus Pocus.
Oh yeah, that's always
a big one.
It's like we're gonna have probably another discussion. We're gonna have a deep discussion on that. I think after we go through our lists, I'm guessing we're gonna talk about our favorite stuff.
The old cartoons like Tom and Jerry and all them, they had Halloween specials.
I remember that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. I like ABC Family Channel during Halloween because, like, what is that? The 30 Days of Halloween, and they usually play all the good movies. Like, oh my gosh,
it's now known as Freeform, though.
Freeform. Why did they change it to?
They changed it to another name, and now it's Freeform because regular ABC keeps its series and stuff, but it was ABC Family, and then it had one other name before Freeform, and it had a bunch of the movies they play is usually a bunch of Hocus Pocus. They play Nightmare Before Christmas. They play Beetlejuice.
Oh, I forgot about Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice is awesome.
I can't believe
I completely forgot about Beetlejuice.
Okay, 31. Terrible. I can't believe y'all forgot about Beetlejuice.
I didn't get to have my list yet. He forgot about Beetlejuice.
Oh man,
that's like one of the all-time favorites. All right, here we go. This one, I know it had a dark feel to it, but I don't think should be on the list. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I never thought of that as Halloween.
Yeah.
It wasn't really Halloween, no.
It wasn't supposed to be, but when they remade it, it was more.
I would say the Johnny Depp one is kind of atrocious and.
Oh, yep. I was about to get to this one. Casper.
I love Casper.
I know.
Oh, I got another one. I can.
What?
Since they brought up Beetlejuice, the Addams Family. The Addams Family movies.
She just said that.
Really?
Yeah.
We probably just said it at the same time. Probably my bad.
I'm gonna throw something through you. Like, I need special effects on here so I can make it look like I'm throwing something at you.
I'll do it for you.
I'll look into that.
What about Monsters Inc? I like Monsters Inc too.
That was okay. Yeah.
Dark Shadows.
Now, other than everybody remembers Nightmare Before Christmas, but there is Tim Burton's Corpse Bride as well.
Yeah, Edward
doesn't get as much love, sadly.
Yeah, Edward Scissorhands, Hotel Transylvania. The series of movies for that, they're actually kind of cute.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Scooby-Doo movies that were cute.
Oh, The Witch's Ghost, I loved.
Yeah,
that was
I think
with the Hex Girls, they're cool.
Paranorman.
Yes, I finally saw that. Actually, it was
really.
Yeah.
Wow.
It wasn't. It's not usually at the top. Oh, The Goonies is showing as a part of it.
Oh, love The Goonies.
Love Goonies.
There's the Toy Story of Terror one that they came out with, I think, 2 years ago.
Oh, Disney's Tower of Terror is a good one.
Twilight's. Oh,
don't forget about E.T.
Oh yeah, E.T. You know, it's funny though. even though it's mostly during Halloween, when I never considered it Halloween until I realized that later. I was like, wait a second, it's during Halloween, so it's perfect.
What about Ghostbusters?
Yes, we said that earlier. Both the good 1 and 2, and I can't wait to see 3.
I can't wait either.
Mhm.
I'm definitely gonna see it. Hopefully theaters will be open, and when it comes out,
Wait, is
I'm
this like
definitely seeing that.
Ghostbusters 3 with the old characters or with the women?
No, the old characters. That one isn't considered Ghostbusters 3. Oh,
Yeah.
movie might morph in Power Rangers Halloween episodes, and so did other ones. Yeah, a lot of series had Halloween episodes. Like, okay, here's one on the list: The Simpsons Treehouse of Horrorthon.
Oh, I think I just missed. They just had 31.
Mhm.
I think last Sunday. I think they did I wish I missed. I forgot to turn the TV on for it because I used to love Treehouse of Horror. They did. They're so well.
They have
What about,
Monsters versus Aliens, but they had a new movie called Mutant Pumpkins on it, which I haven't seen that one yet.
You do James and the Giant Peach. Like, it's not it's kind of Halloweenish, but it's not.
Yeah. Oh, here's The Craft, of course, is definitely Halloween.
Yeah, that's not really a kids movie.
No,
my kids would have nightmares.
Remember, I said it's going to be family-oriented ones, and then also ones that aren't considered horror.
Got you.
Now, this one is kind of horror-ish, Sleepy Hollow, but it's not as bad as.
I liked Sleepy Hollow. It wasn't bad.
I'll say that's definitely that's teetering on the edge of horror, basically.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was definitely darker than Willy Wonka, but I still never thought of it as Halloween. Just
it's a huge difference between the person playing, because I think it's also besides the person that's playing Wonka as well. It kind of they're two different.
Oh my god, Box Trolls is on the list.
Oh my god,
Trolls.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Yeah,
because it has trolls in it, and then Matilda's on the list, and Jumanji's on the list for them. Oh, Goosebumps. Now I agree with Goosebumps.
Oh, I agree with Goosebumps.
1 and 2, I loved him.
Yeah.
I loved him so much. Reminded me of some of the books I read.
Yeah, but I think most of the stuff that happens is were taken from the plots of the books, the various books. That's why that's why the movies did so well. Go ahead.
What about the old Mary-Kate and Ashley movies? Did y'all ever watch any of those?
I did. They did a lot more Christmas-oriented ones, but I don't remember Halloween.
They had a Halloween one. It was like Double Toil and Trouble or something like that.
I kind of lost track of them after they grew out of Full House. Their Full House roles. I kind of lost track.
They also
Practical Magic.
That is a great one. Yes, I agree on that one.
That's my favorite.
Practical Magic is so good. Let's see. Movies and TV shows they did.
The Sixth Sense. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah. Double Toil and Trouble. I don't remember that one offhand. I think I saw most of the other ones and the Christmas Grandma's House We Go, but we're not going into Christmas right now. What was the other one you said?
I don't know.
There's Warm
Practical
Body.
Magic and The Sixth Sense was the other two I said.
Oh, definitely The Sixth Sense. Oh my gosh. That is so whew. That's why you don't want your kids to see, though.
I'll say I'm probably repeating myself from previous episodes, but Ernest Scared Stupid.
Oh yeah. I love Ernest. Oh my god.
Jim Varney. I loved his comedy. I miss his comedy.
What about my mom watched one a lot. It was about 3 witches, and there's a guy that they were all dating.
The
Witches of Eastwick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a good one. But it might be too scary for kids. So that one's more adultified one.
But it's still non-horror.
Yeah, it's still non-horror. Let's see. Well, as I said, they have Warm Bodies on here. It's more like a romantic Halloween movie with zombies.
Does
They
The
also
Shining
have
count as non-horror?
no, that's horror.
That's definitely
That
horror.
is
That's
so
Stephen
horror.
King. That's
Yes,
Stephen King.
girl, I can't even watch that
I just
movie.
had to throw it in there.
Come play with us. We'll have fun forever and ever and ever.
The twins. Whew. They have The Mummy and The Mummy Returns on the list with Freeform.
I like those movies.
I'll say that. Yeah, I'll give it to him because the Mummy, the original Mummies. That's before even before the Brendan Fraser's. That was considered horror, or not horror, but Halloween.
Well, the original Monster. Oh, that reminds me, Monster Squad.
I haven't seen that in forever.
But
I know the werewolf has nards. That was hilarious.
Oh, you just said
What
something.
about
Another one. Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf,
that
yeah.
was pretty good.
But the series I loved more than the movies. I have to say,
that just made me thought about it when you mentioned werewolf. I'm like, oh, Teen Wolf. Michael J.
House
Fox.
with the Clock on the Walls. Have we said that one yet?
That was good. I finally saw that. When I saw it, I was like, loved it.
Yep.
That was so good. Oh, and like Nicole said, Twitches too. It looks like Freeform is showing that one as well.
Nice.
It's also showing Scared, Shrekless, and Shrek.
I don't
and
really
all the
consider
Halloween
Shrek
towns.
Halloween though.
Do you guys remember
Scared
Fun
Shrek
Size?
makes sense. Which one?
Fun Size.
Oh yeah. The girl's brother kind of gets lost. She has to find him or something.
Yeah.
Oh, the Scream movies. They were kind of horror, but more like
I would say that's
not as bad as horror.
It's more of a tame horror, but that's still saying it's still in the horror because it's showing a person murdering people.
Yeah,
or not really murdering, but it's a guy wielding a knife whether he's in a costume or not.
Okay,
what about Frankenweenie?
Yes, that is so cute.
It was adorable. Oh, Monster House and
that's a good one.
Coraline.
Coraline's a good one, yeah.
That's a favorite.
Okay, how about Gremlins?
I was thinking I was thinking that I was holding that on that one.
When I was younger, I was scared, and then when I got older, I was like, but at the same time, I did a TikTok. I'm not sure if you saw it yet, Kristen. But okay, I did 2 parts to it, and I went over. Oh, did you see it, Nicole? She's like, yeah. But yeah, so I kind of brought up. I did this comedy skit when I was
Gizmo.
Yeah, I did a comedy skit based on that because when I was younger with my friends, we went out to it was actually Applebee's, and we're done eating and we're all goofy. I admit we had some alcohol, and we're just like having fun. And so so what I did was I had a rough week that week because it was so slow. But for some reason, even though I folded all these clothes and I would greet a customer, I'd turn around and it was a mess again. So I was like, you know what? I looked at my friends. I was like, I was getting tired of it. I was trying to figure out, by God, I know who it is. It's the Gremlins. And then I said, and whoever owns Gizmo better stop feeding him after midnight and getting him wet because I am tired of having to fold stuff when nobody is there. It should be a slow, nice day and relaxing, you know? So they started laughing at me because I was like, it was like a comedy skit. So I went ahead and did it on TikTok as a comedy skit.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I like when other shows parody the Gremlins because in fact there's different things that parody it, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna bring up NCIS for that matter because in fact DiNozzo always called Palmer Autopsy Gremlin and then different things and then I think one of the scenes was he had like Palmer had hen on his back and he had an allergic reaction to it and he said, "Dear God, someone fed him after midnight."
Yeah,
what about the Labyrinth? Did you guys talk about that one?
Not yet, but Labyrinth is not to me, I don't think it's Halloween. It's
It's
a
the
great movie,
labyrinth.
but you can watch it anytime. Not
But
for
it's the
Halloween.
labyrinth.
I love
There's
Labyrinth.
gremlins and they're goblins. There's goblins.
Well,
It's one of
yeah,
those things as
but
well
they're
that you.
cute goblins. Kind of. Some of them are kind of weird looking.
It's gonna be like one of these discussions we're gonna have in December as well. I know we're probably gonna have a lot of Christmas stuff in December, but
Yeah.
is it this or is it a this or that? We're having the same now, like with Halloween. It's like, is this a Halloween movie or not? And that we're
Yeah.
gonna be. I can't wait for December personally, because I want to talk about that stuff too, and come
Yeah.
and
Labyrinth can be kind of that. I mean, kind
I
of.
like these
But
discussions.
to me,
Labyrinth.
yeah, I love Labyrinth.
It's automatically on the list because it's the
Pluto.
labyrinth.
Pluto.
Yes.
And then, you have to watch TikTok then, because I also sang a Labyrinth song. I duetted with another
I've seen
TikToker.
that. I've seen that one.
And
I was laughing.
he does David Bowie, and he does Jareth from Labyrinth.
Yeah, he plays the piano. He's pretty good.
He's really good.
I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go on the same vein of TV things, but I'll just give it out with a quote. I got a rock, and I'm gonna say Charlie Brown Halloween. That's always a classic.
Are you talking about the pumpkin, the Great Pumpkin?
Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
The
a
Great
classic.
Pumpkin Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna get the guy's name.
Always a
here it is.
classic.
Sirius_Moonlight. So if you guys love Labyrinth, you gotta follow him on TikTok. Just saying.
But
Just saying.
I said I always love that, because the fact that poor Charlie Brown going trick or treating and only getting rocks. I don't know why they hate him so much. Why they kept giving him why they give him a bag of rocks?
What is that one? I own it, and the pumpkin tree. You guys ever remember that one? Spelling it. Pumpkin.
I don't think I
Really?
remember that one.
I own it on. I think I don't have it on DVD.
I remember Mr. Ichabod and
The Halloween
something.
tree. That's what it's called. The Halloween tree.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
All right, let me show screen. All right. Screen 2. Let me make sure it shares the right one.
Oh, there you go.
There it is. All right, so let me get to the images. It's really cute though. But this is what it looks like on the front. Well, the one I have, it looks like this. It came out on Cartoon Network. But let me see if I could get.
Oh, that's old school Cartoon Network. That even has the old school logo.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that logo in
Old school
forever.
Cartoon Network was the bomb.
Prob-
New school.
haven't seen that. I really haven't seen that logo in what,
Here it
15, maybe 15 years.
So 4 children learn the origins of Halloween customs while trying to save the life of their friend. Oh, Leonard Nimoy voiced Mr. Mount. Oh my God. Ray Bradbury was in it. Andrew Keegan, Alex Greenwald, Eden Gross. I didn't know. I didn't even know Edward Nimoy's voice was in it.
I don't know any of these people, so
You don't know. You don't know Scotty from Star Trek?
that one. I do.
Yeah, you say you don't know Leonard Nimoy? Yeah.
Leonard Nimoy. I didn't know he voiced in that.
Most popularly known for Spock, but he's done a lot of other things.
Mm-hmm.
He'll always be the Spock.
Right?
Yeah, as Sheldon said from in Big Bang, live long and suck it, Zachary Quinto. Oh no, they sent the wrong Spock.
Yeah, but the Halloween tree is really good. So I'd recommend checking it out if you haven't seen it yet. It was a television movie though. So that's, 1 hour, 30 minutes. But yeah, Ray Bradbury was the one who narrated and did the screenplay. Oh, other ones. Let's see. Something Wicked This Way Comes is an old movie.
I have watched that and it is awesome.
Yeah. Scary Godmother is another one.
I think I've seen that one.
I saw that. It was kind of cute. We already did Halloween Town. Trying to think of another one I used to watch when I was a kid. Well, I brought up before that with Disney, the Mr. Boogedy and the Bride of Boogedy.
I love Mr. Boogedy.
I know. The second one I think is better because remember the
Don't
dad.
look under the bed.
Yes. And I remember the dad too. Boogedy, boogedy, boo. Just kidding. And he's flying through the air and he's like, what the? That's like one of my favorite parts. Because it's like he's fighting Mr. Boogedy who possessed him.
Oh my god.
And he always would be like, just kidding. But Mr. Boogedy's always like, boogedy, boogedy, boo. Oh, Walmart has the Halloween tree. But here's one. But I would say the kids should be older. Frighteners. I love Frighteners with Michael J. Fox.
It sounds familiar.
Let me
Michael
see.
J. Fox.
Frighteners.
Let me show you Frighteners.
I haven't seen that in forever. But wasn't that more of a comedy?
It had comedy in it, but it also was dark. Like, hold on, let me find. Like, because there was a serial murderer that was a part of it that killed his wife. Pretty much after an accident, with his wife, the serial killer killed his wife in front of him, but he didn't see all of it. But everybody thought it was him. And after that accident, though, he was able to see and speak with ghosts.
What about
to haunt houses and then use his psychic abilities to exorcise the house for a fee? That's how he made money.
Did they have a part where like something came out of the carpet and dragged him down the hallway or something?
Yes.
Okay, that's how I know that movie.
Mm-hmm. So, but I love that. If you guys haven't seen it before, highly recommend it. John Aston is the judge. Jeffrey Combs is Milton Dammers. Jake Busey, who's also in, if I remember, Top Gun, as he was Johnny Charles Bartlett, and of course Frank Bannister was Michael J. Fox. It's a good one because it kind of has comedy and has a little bit of romance in it at the end, but it's also spooky. Perfect for Halloween. So I'm gonna have to do a day soon where it's just Halloween. I'm just gonna do Halloween stuff. I haven't done that yet. I've been watching shows on Netflix that are Halloween based. The two movies I saw recently was The Babysitters. What is it called?
Are you talking about The Babysitter, Bloody Queen, or something like that?
No, I tried watching that. It was too gory. It was more gore based, in my opinion.
What about the Scream Team? Do you remember that movie?
Scream Team sounds familiar. Yes, it was Disney, wasn't it? Yes. And the ghost. Oh yes, that was a fun one.
It had Kathy Najimy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know who you're talking about, but
it also had Kat Denning and Kim Coates.
Oh, here it is. A Babysitter's Guide to Monster Hunting.
Oh, that's the new movie.
Yes, the new one. It's really good. I mean,
I'm gonna watch it.
And Tom Felton is in it as the Grand Guignol. I can never say that, but he's pretty much the boogeyman. And he's really good at it too. And I was like, I did not tell it was him, but I knew it was him because he was promoting it through his like TikTok and Twitter and all that. And I was like, I have to see that. I did, and I was like, ooh, that's cool. You know? So
I got another one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tapping into the classic Mel Brooks, Young Frankenstein.
Yes.
It's pronounced Frankenstein. Oh, that was a good one. That's a good one. I don't remember what role. Usually Mel Brooks has roles. I'm not sure. I don't remember what role he had in that movie, if he had one at all.
Wait, who was it you think who had a movie? Blah, blah.
I was still talking about Young Frankenstein, and I'm thinking. Usually, like I said, Mel Brooks usually has roles in his movies. I just don't remember what role he did in that movie. Oh well.
Let me see. I'm gonna see if it shows Young Frankenstein. Right. There it is. 1974 it came out too. All right, so let's see. Mel Brooks, of course, directed it. Let's see if it shows him. Oh, he was Victor Frankenstein.
He had a couple roles. Yeah, he said Victor was one of them as a voice. It says as werewolf / cat hit by dart. Victor Frankenstein as voice.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, I can't believe Peter Doyle was Frankenstein monster back then. And Terry Garr was Inga. She looks so different now. All of them look different now. They've grown. I mean, they've gotten older, of course.
Yeah. Some of them are not even alive anymore. Gene Wilder's not.
Yeah, that's sad. I love Gene Wilder. Oh, that reminds me. There was another one Gene Wilder did. And it was a comedy spoof on horror. And it was when he was married to what's her name? Haunted Honeymoon. That's it. Haunted Honeymoon. Do you remember that one? No. Do you guys hear me?
I hear you.
You guys look like dumbfounded right there.
I was I didn't think I don't think I've heard of it, but I was also looking at Young Frankenstein, and then that immediately clicked on Mel Brooks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Haunted Honeymoon. It had Gilda Radner, who he was married to at the time. Dom DeLuise was in it. Jonathan Pryce, Paul L. Smith, and some other great names. Dom DeLuise, it was hilarious.
What is this movie called again?
Haunted Honeymoon, and it's a comedy.
Oh, exciting!
Yeah, it's a Halloween comedy. Highly recommend watching.
Is that the one where they go in the castle and they're on their honeymoon? Like these ghosts keep terrorizing them, trying to get them to leave, and like there's a bus and everything.
Man, no. I know what you're talking about. That's one of my favorites.
We watched it.
Yeah, I had you guys watched it with me. Now, Haunted on Honeymoon is he goes to be with his family and his aunt or whatever, and there are scary things like trying to scare him away, but there's also a so-called wolf man, and somebody gets killed. And I mean, it's a whole thing.
What am I thinking of?
Hold on, I know what you're talking about. No. Here it is. Heart and Souls, I think it is.
No, that don't sound right.
Oh no, that's a different one. Okay. Movie about who's haunting a castle. Yes, puppy. Is he's like you got me excited.
Puppy.
High Spirits. That's it. I knew it had spirits in it.
Yeah.
High Spirits. Oh my gosh. It was set in an Irish castle called Dromore Castle.
Yep.
It's a topsy-turvy comedy with thematic leanings towards Ireland's rich folklore regarding ghosts and spirits, where the castle starts to come to life with the help of such denizens. But yeah, if nobody's ever seen that, you have to watch it. It's hilarious.
It was great.
I was trying to get Kristen and a bunch of us into movies they never saw before for Halloween. It was actually during October too. I was showing all these. Oh,
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I never heard of this. The Haunted Castle 3D trailer. It's a mesmerizing film, takes audience inside the walls of an ancient European castle to join a young musician named Johnny as he explores. Okay, hold on. I'll get the rest of it in a moment. It's only like a minute and 28 seconds. Oh no, this is the trailer. Sorry.
Like, what kind of movie is a minute and 28 seconds?
No, me too.
World's shortest film ever.
No. Explores his mysterious new home, but once inside, all is not as it appears.
It's called what?
Haunted Castle.
Is that old movie?
It's in a person point of view. It came out around, I think, 2016. You're literally put in the middle of it. There's computer graphics, 3D, all that stuff. I wonder if it's a game.
Well, I'm watching something from 1896.
What?
It's called The Haunted Castle.
That's a old year, though.
Yeah.
This is a violent film.
Okay, talking about old films, though, some of the best scary ones are by Vincent Price. They were horror, but they weren't as bad as horror today. They messed with your head. Like The House on Haunted Hill was originally a Vincent Price movie. Bats. Cry of the Banshee is one. Oh, he made a lot. Nevermore, The Raven. He was a big, as you can tell.
I can say Edgar Allan Poe fan there.
Yes, he was. He was such a big fan of that. And he's like very iconic in horror movies. And his voice was always perfect for them too.
I think the only one I've seen of his is Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, that's a good one. The other ones are mostly black and white anyway.
Yeah. Some people, some dudes, some people just have that deep bass or deep register. They can just do the roles like that.
Like Tim Curry. As I said, with Legend, he was the Lord of Darkness. Perfect for that role. Oh my gosh, that role was so good. And that's why I think that could be in Halloween base, because it is a bit dark and has fantasy and Lord of Darkness, aka, he's supposedly Lucifer or whatever. Supposed to be like Lucifer. Trying to think of some other great ones I used to watch.
Sweeney Todd.
The Barbara,
Johnny Depp. There's a good one.
Wait. The movie was with Johnny Depp, but the actual musical had gone on for years.
Yes.
And before Johnny Depp.
Actually, there's a musical that Johnny Depp plays in. That was on Broadway.
Uh-huh.
I just know it from the talking about the movie, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah, but he was actually in one of the Broadway shows.
I can believe that.
The Demon Barber of Fleet Street, Sweeney Todd, Angela Lansbury played in it as the one who made the meat pies. Yeah. And my Oh my gosh, my theater teacher, he showed us when he played as on Sweeney Todd. I was like, "Whoo, okay."
Oh, I'm trying to.
I can't. It's one of those where I'm like, it disturbs me because it has people eating people. That's one thing I'm not a big fan of. That's why certain zombie movies I will not watch. Cannibalism, I will not watch.
You mentioned Sweeney Todd musical. I just this one popped in my head. It took me a few minutes to get the name Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh yeah, that's definitely Halloween.
That's definitely Halloween.
That's not humans eating people, sis.
That's a plant. That's a plant eating people.
But a human will kill the other humans for the plant, which was disturbing.
But we ruled out cannibalism.
Cannibalism wasn't there.
Feed me.
Feed me, Suma.
Wasn't that in one of the Scream movies, but the plant was getting high instead of eating people?
Oh yeah.
Yes, they spoofed that. No, that was in Scary Movie. Yes, they spoofed that in Scary Movie. I forgot about that. Yes,
he smoked the black man with the afro. Okay. He was like, "Woo!"
Yeah, and also the Scream character was on the phone with that same high person going, "What's up?"
Okay, in regards to Scream and Scary Movie, I like Scream. Scary Movie I could only watch once, but it was nah. There was more gross stuff going on and stupid stuff, so I couldn't watch it more than once.
What is that movie? Oh crap! What is it?
It wasn't. Yes, Scary Movies weren't designed to be watched probably more than once because the fact. If I go back and watch them now, I'll be like, what the heck is this crap? Because it's like, most of that stuff's like dated now. It's just like all the references are not even.
Well, even if it's dated, it's more of the fact that, you don't have to be gross to be funny. I think they went a bit too far in certain parts, but that's just me. I know some people love it, but.
Literally the original one was more based off of, in its entirety was a spoof off the first Scream, and the rest of them kind of just went left field completely. It went on into its own after the first Scary Movie. The first one was like literally a parody of Scream of Scream, basically.
Now there's another one that
The Haunting. I have to throw that one in there.
I like how it just stopped Janine cold right there. It's just like
I know.
Sorry, sis, but like I love The Haunting. It was a 1999 film. Like it was like my all-time favorite because the lion head comes out of the fireplace and just chops his head off.
There's it was a reboot from an original one in 1963.
Nice.
The 1963 one, though, was another mess with your head one.
That's what horror was back then. It was more mess with your head.
Like,
got you thinking.
It had you be in the room with her, and she would hear noises, and you see her go like this, and then there's like glimpses of things, and you'd be like, "What the hell is that?" That kind of scary. Ooh.
I think
she froze.
I think her cam froze.
This is a great position for me.
I think I just like nice freeze frame there.
Oh no. Your computer's haunted.
I can't make it get unfrozen. I don't know what I did. I keep trying to stop it. And it's still
okay.
You might have to
Hold on. Let me see if it'll let me. All right, leave the studio and come back in. I think that would be your best bet.
This is great.
She's talking about The Haunting, and then all of a sudden she freezes.
It had to happen eventually this month. Someone having a camera freeze or something, and their camera's getting possessed.
Something going on.
Welcome
back.
Yay, she's back. Yay.
I'm not frozen in this weird.
I'm related to the topic at hand. my show tomorrow is going to have celebrate another thing, which is it's going. It's like I said, I mentioned Back to the Future earlier. I'm going to be celebrating its 35th anniversary with some songs that were used in the show in the movies. So that's something to tune in, look forward to as well. I'm getting kind of antsy for that. Tomorrow is the 21st, being the 21st.
Yeah. What was I thinking?
I don't know. I interrupted your thought process.
Yeah,
and then we kind of lost it with our camera being possessed.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to think of others. Okay, one of my favorites that also had Tim Curry in it, The Worst Witch. And they actually now have Netflix, an actual series based off of that movie that was done really well. It's on season 4.
Nice.
It's about this girl who finds out.
That's why it's so familiar. Okay.
And it has the actress at the very end who goes kind of insane because she was power hungry in the craft.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I like The Worst Witch. It was cute.
Oh, yeah. I own it.
You suck.
I have to own the good movies that I loved when I was a kid. I'm trying to remember if I own any other comics.
I'm going to do like a vampire Red Riding Hood for Halloween.
I have Beetlejuice as well. A
nice.
Vampire.
Yeah, Vampire Red Riding Hood. We get the red contacts and the fangs and get the Red Riding Hood plus size outfit. I'll be looking cute.
Mm-hmm. I want to go next. This is
what are you
shows.
What are you doing for Halloween? For dressing up?
Well, I'm probably gonna do Frankenstein's rebellious daughter.
Nice.
I got this punk wig because I did it before when I was in my 20s, but I got a punk wig that's black with white streaks in it.
Yeah.
And I also, is that a dog or a kitty? I do.
It's a cat. She found the box.
Oh no, cats in boxes.
Yeah. And then of course I used to have a nose ring, so I got to find that if I still have it. I don't have the plug things coming out of the neck, but I might just get those easily, you know.
You can take like some cotton balls and turn them black and like do like a wrap around them to kind of give them that round look.
Oh, true.
It's just like a small plastic piece you wrap around and glue it in place.
Oh.
I was thinking I was saying you can get a black hairband and you can like tape them or tape bolts to the side and they don't or something like that.
I'll have to see what I have around me to use and be creative. All right. One of the ones I was going to say, it kind of could be a little bit much for some kids, but it's considered family friendly, and it came out in 1990, The Witches, and they now have a new version of it on HBO Max.
I love The Witches.
Anne Hathaway. I know. I want to see the Anne Hathaway one to see how well they did it and if there's any changes. But yeah. The Lost Boys. You can't go wrong with The Lost Boys. Even though it might not be good. As good for young kids. In 2000, The Little Vampire came out, and that was cute.
I love The Little Vampire. That was adorable.
And it was hilarious. The cows became vampires. I was like, okay, that's different.
That's different. Because usually that.
I was like, oh, okay, I didn't. Oh, there's one that was in 1989 that I don't like, but some people do like, Little Monsters with Fred Savage. To me, it was
Monsters.
It was called Little Monsters. It had Fred Savage and Howie Mandel. Howie Mandel was like in his teenage years.
I'll say that had to be young.
He was a monster under the bed. And pretty much the monsters under the bed kidnapped his brother. And if he couldn't get his brother, well, what is it? But soon he'll have to shut the door. Oh no, it wasn't his little brother. It was pretty much if you stay in the world of the little monsters, which is like they have like a world of their own. It's like a subterranean hideout. If he stays there, he would become a little monster himself and be a monster under the bed.
Wow.
Yeah. So pretty much they would kidnap kids, bring them there, and turn them into more. Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like it's one of those that had that weird feeling to it, in my opinion. Like, you know how some movies have that undertone that makes you feel uncomfortable? That movie to me always rubbed me the wrong way. I never really liked it that much.
What was the name of it again?
Little Monsters.
I'm just trying to think if I've ever seen it.
Well, the monster is blue.
I want to say I've seen it, but I don't think
you'd have to
I have.
Watch it again, maybe to know.
Yeah.
It's almost the same for me. It sounded familiar, but I just can't place it.
Now, one of the ones I was saying was going to be more horror. Well, it kind of goes to the horror, especially the more recent one, or maybe not. Fright Night. I like Fright Night. I found it really cool and fun, but it can be scary for younger kids. It's just they have to be a bit older for that one. Okay, let's see. Army of Darkness. I
remember Army of Darkness. For some reason, I always thought he was Jim Carrey. Like, I don't know why, but I thought Jim Carrey was playing that role.
Which role? What?
The lead character in Army of Darkness.
Let's see. There's also what was it called? Oh, one of my my favorite person during these time months, and even without the Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, she has her own movies that I love. Like, they're fun.
Elvira.
One
of the other Halloween staple. Besides, you got the Crypt Keeper and Elvira.
I did not like
staples. The two staples of Halloween, basically.
Yeah, I could not do the Crypt Keeper. Nope. Tales of the Dark.
And nope. I know Elvira is popular because she got parodied a lot in other things.
Well, yeah, but she also had her own movies that she did.
Yes.
Oh, I don't want horror. I don't like horror. Oh, here we go. I'm trying to find some, because I know there's a bunch during my childhood I watched. Like shoot. It's hard to remember all of them sometimes until you see it.
Yeah.
Mr. Boogedy, Bride of Boogedy, The Monster Squad. Oh, here's one. The Halloween That Almost Wasn't, or AKA The Night Dracula Saved the World.
That doesn't even sound real.
Yeah, I know.
It is. I don't remember if I watched it myself, but I remember seeing it before.
That sounds like The Christmas That Almost Wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, that is a real one, though. All right, let me see.
It's like a knockoff of it.
Well, it was only 30 minutes. The Halloween That Almost Wasn't is a 1979 American television special that revolves around Dracula trying to save Halloween from the witch who threatens it. It won an Emmy Award for Outstanding Individual Achievement, and it was considered a children's movie. It had Henry Gibson in it, Mariette Hartley, Judge Hirsch, who was Dracula, and of course, you know they were younger in it at the time.
Of course.
The images. I think I watched it, but only once. And it was
That
just
looks
goofy.
like
It's goofy. That's what it is. It's just a goofy movie, a funny, goofy movie, I should say.
I've never watched it.
Something you could look into later, among others.
I don't think I'll look into that one, but I might look into the Rocky Horror Picture Show thing.
Yeah, you at least have to watch it once to see if you like it or not.
It's about like Star Wars. I have to watch that.
Let's see.
We'll come back like a week later, and I'll have watched Star Wars and the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I'll be a changed woman.
Oh, one that came out when I was growing up, The Poltergeist.
I remember that.
Now that's something.
Yeah. Is it Drew Barrymore?
No, she wasn't in
that.
The young girl who starred in it is actually dead. After the second movie, was it? She somehow died. I forgot how.
That's terrible.
That is terrible, yeah.
She died young too, and I forgot why she did or how she did. But let me see. Let me get the names.
I'm thinking of a different movie. Heather O'Rourke. O'Rourke.
All right, so Poltergeist had Heather O'Rourke, Caroline Ann, Jo Beth Williams, Dominique Dune, Zelda Rubinstein, and Craig T. Nelson. Let me see if it shows her how she died. I forgot.
She died in 1988. She was born in 75.
Yeah. Wow.
So she was 13 years old. That's sad. It's congenital stenosis of something. Is the first defect.
And they
one of those rare defects.
It was distinctly unusual because she lacked prior health issues. Like they had no idea she had it.
She died of cardiac arrest.
It's really sad.
Or no, congenital stenosis of the intestine, and it was complicated by septic shock.
Ouch.
Yeah. Oh, The Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy.
Oh, there it is. There you go. There's a good one.
I love that movie. It's so good. It's hilarious. Why are you laughing?
That's a really big spider.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. That was Sleepy Hollow. I don't remember seeing. Here's Halloween Town, The Haunted Mansion, Practical Magic. We did that one. Twitches, Caroline. I always thought that Coraline was a bit weird too.
It was weird, but I love it.
So what? Not even English.
What movie is that off of? La 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 la. Oh, that's a. It's not even a Halloween movie. He goes la 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 la. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
He goes. It's the big fluffy marshmallow looking dude. He goes la 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 la.
Oh, you mean Hero?
Yeah.
I've never watched it. I just know.
Why?
I keep missing.
I take weird noises characters make for 500, Alex.
He's supposed to be like a robot or something, if I recall.
He's like a medical thingy bob. He's fluffy and hollow and But he does that. He goes, "La, la, la, la." You're gonna go watch it, and then you're gonna come back and you're gonna tell me, "I know what you're talking about now." That's what you're gonna do, sis.
It almost reminds me of Jack Nicholson's Joker when one of the scenes he was like, "Ooh, and he walked away. It was like right after he tried to attempt to kill Bruce Wayne. He's like,
Lovely.
Oh, sorry. I thought I heard something. Okay. Another good thing to watch on Halloween, other than the Scooby-Doo series and movies with the cartoon, is the live-action Scooby-Doos as well.
oh yeah, that's good.
Even though they're like some of it is cheesy at times, it's great.
I think they got some of the. I don't know if I was big on all the cast, but I think they got some of the cast nailed pretty good on that too. I think they got Shaggy nailed pretty good.
Oh yeah. There's also.
Oh, okay.
What was it called? Not Goosebumps. Oh, Phantom of the Opera.
Yep, that's my movie.
I love it. It's better on Broadway. I will say that.
That's just like The Lion King is better on Broadway. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the Broadway play of The Lion King. Like, it is epic. I seen it at TPAC because it was like a drama theater field trip when we were in school.
That's also one of the things where you say animation beats live action as well.
Sometimes.
I mean,
you could do more with animation, but the Phantom of the Opera, I saw it first in Canada. When I was in my senior year, I was in choir and we went for choir competition in Toronto, Canada. They had a theater and they specifically filmed mostly Phantom of the Opera there. So it was set up, just for that. Mm-hmm. It was amazing. And then the second time I saw it, it was with my best friend, Julie, in Charlotte, North Carolina at the theater.
I have thought of my torture for Stephen for the year.
And Phantom of the Opera.
Yep, and Broadway.
Best. I would recommend it.
I think I was saying my references between the Lion King movie for the Lion King movies. I didn't see the live action one yet, but obviously they couldn't do it as well as the animation as the animated movies. But I heard it. I mean, it looked good. It looked realistic in how they did it, but.
All I know is that with the Phantom of the Opera movie, they changed the story on how it's really supposed to be, how he got his face the way it was and all that. And they made him like he was part of the carnival and he was always looking like that. I was like, no.
Do you know you have to pay $10,000 just to be able to do the play, The Phantom of the Opera?
Jeez.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
Very crazy.
That, though. Okay, how about Bram Stoker's Dracula? That's a good one.
That's a classic.
Mm-hmm. Though there's
they did not.
Who did what?
They canceled Nashville's Nutcracker.
No, Nutcracker is like.
That makes me wonder if they canceled.
Well, you have to admit, right now, this year,
another COVID fatality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trying to see if I missed anything. Yeah, there's the movie Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I almost forgot about that one.
They made a movie?
Yeah, made the movie before the series came out.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense then.
So pretty much Christy Swanson was actually Buffy. And they actually have Luke Perry in it, Paul Rubens, and Ben Affleck actually makes an appearance as well. Baby Ben Affleck.
I think I remember like one line from it because in fact I was watching. I believe there was something I've watched on YouTube like called one-liners after basically killing, and I think it was a vamp from either from Buffy the movie or something. It said, "Guys, like now I'm a god," and then the guy comes up behind him with a stake through the back and says, "Now you're a coat rack.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Luke Perry did that.
That's the only scene I've watched. I've heard of from that movie. From that movie because it was just a one-liner, and I'm like, I laugh every time I saw it because it's just like
they have so many great one-liners in that. I mean, it is just great. It's hilarious, so hilarious.
I could go through a list of one-liners just from different things, just because of all these different movies that had classic one-liners.
There it is. One-liners or quotes.
Oh my freaking gosh.
Uh-oh.
My heart has been broken.
Oh,
I'm done with COVID. I am done with COVID. They canceled Music Radio City's Rockettes.
Yeah, but only for this year.
I don't care. They canceled it. I'm done with COVID. COVID is over. I am done with you, COVID. Like,
okay, we're in Buffy mode right now, sweetie.
I know. I know.
You know what's funny? Luke Perry's character was named Pike. Somebody one line is that Pike isn't a name; it's a fish. Somebody said them, and then where is it? Come on, Pike, join me. Live forever. We can start a band. Does the word duh mean? Oh, does the word duh mean anything to you? Get out of my facial.
Oh my god, those are so 90s things.
Yes.
Oh my god, that is so like. And then I'm cringing. I am cringing by those 90s one-liners. Ugh.
Hear this one. Great. My secret weapon is PMS. I'm trying to find the one I really liked. I have detention slips here, and I'm not afraid to use them. And the horde of vampires enters the school. I
still say I definitely think I'm guessing the good one is the coat rack one. I'm guessing just because of the fact it's just because it was a.
Oh, here's one. I'm the chosen one, and I choose to be shopping. Just saying these make me want to go Valley Girl the whole day.
I'm still cringing because it's still 90s, just bad 90s puns that haven't aged well. It's just amazing how we thought things were so popular back in the 90s. Now it's like it's just cringe now.
All right, there's one scene I like, so I'm trying to find the words. When the music stops, the rest is silence. No.
What about the 1990s Halloween commercials?
Love those. And the 80s had good ones too.
I would comment if I actually remembered them. I don't remember the 90s too much. It's too much of a blur.
What about when McDonald's used to have the Halloween buckets?
They've done that in the late 2000s too. Because in fact, I was working at McDonald's. They did bring those back once in a couple of years when I was there.
All right, here it is. Here's one. Well, here's one of them. Okay. It's the whole thing. None of the girls gave me this much trouble, and where are they now? Hello. Well, I've got something none of those other girls had, and what's that? My keen fashion sense. Oh, vampires of the world, beware. Oh, you made a joke. Do you want to lie down? I know it hurts the first time.
Oh God!
That is so terrible.
The cringe. It's so cringy.
No, Nova, stop.
Oh. Kitty!
You bad kitty.
Aww. Look at the kitty.
She's being bad.
It's a kitten.
Yeah,
Aw.
this is Nova. She belongs to my sister.
Oh,
She's
she's so
going to
cute.
Oklahoma.
Oh, here's
Oklahoma.
Buffy arrives at school and her boyfriend Jeffrey is with another girl, and she's like, and he's like, "Didn't you get my message?" And she's like, "You broke up with my machine? You weren't home like always."
Wow.
Oh my.
Oh, this is the best part. Okay, so she faces the vampire lord, and he goes, "You and I are one." She's like, "One what? Cute couple? I don't think so." And she brings out a crucifix. He goes, "So this is your defense, your human face?" And he grasps it where it burns into flames. He goes, "No, my keen fashion sense." And she pulls out a can of hairspray and sprays it and gets in his face.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, it's so terrible. It's
Yeah.
so cringy.
But it's awesome. It's like you have to watch it.
The 90s cringe. What were we thinking back then? What were they thinking?
It's a pretty kitten, yes you are. Okay,
This is
we're not
bull
topic.
kitten.
All right, here's another great one, and it also became a series, The Crow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Even though it's
Aw.
sad we lost Brandon Lee, but The Crow is awesome. Look how her eyes are so pretty.
Her eyes remind me of Chinese.
I know. They like have that like
Slant.
mysterious, yeah.
She's got the high ground. She's exploring.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I'm.
She doesn't know she's on camera, does she?
Nope.
Ew. What? What's that other noise? Is that the kitten making it?
That's Bei Weiwei. He's trying to. Okay, Pepe Le Pew is Bei Weiwei right now. Bei Weiwei is a Pepe Le Pew with Nova.
This one to me was kind of almost like a B movie, The Faculty in 1998. The year I graduated. Shh, you didn't hear that. Graduated high school.
Aw, look at the kitty.
She looks like she could still be tired too.
She looked like she was about ready to fall asleep on your shoulder there. Just like, I'm comfortable.
Hey, Maverick will do it. And he's bigger. He's like, he becomes like a shawl when he does it. He wraps around.
My cat used to like if she was able to get into my room, she'll lay on my head.
That's
funny. It's like when I'm sleeping, I'll wake up and I find a cat, and I'm like, oh great, I can't move my head now because I got a cat there.
Do you mind?
Nope. No, I don't mind. That's basically translation. No.
Nova. Nova. I'm working. Can I work?
So cute.
Yeah, so cute.
She's rotten. I think I went through one night. I took her off of me and put her on the floor. 5 seconds later, she was back on me. And we went through this process like 10 times before I finally said, just close the door. Because it didn't matter how far I took her in the house. She'd come crawling right back and end up right back on top of me.
That's funny.
That's funny because the fact there's cats that just that like other people more than their owners.
That's true, though. Okay, so another one that could be a part of the list because of that shall not be named, Harry Potter series.
Harry Potter!
You know, they've been doing marathons since October, more than usual, but they usually do marathons anyway, but it's like, hey, I love Harry Potter. They're awesome movies.
I never could get into it if I wanted to. I guess I don't know. It doesn't strike me as
the
what I would.
Books are better. I'm just gonna say it. The books are better.
True.
Honestly, I can't blame Hollywood for that because the fact they have to get a runtime of maybe 2.5 to 3 hour range. If they did everything by the book,
it would be awesome.
It would. Well, yes, it would be awesome, but then the movie itself would be like 5 or 6 hours long.
But it would be worth it. In my eyes, it would be worth it.
They have to make cuts somewhere. Some stuff that gets on the cutting room floor, obviously, because that's the same thing with Lord of the Rings. They couldn't do. They didn't go. They followed Tolkien to it somewhat, but then they cut stuff that they thought wasn't gonna fit well in a movie, basically.
Okay, we did Nightmare Before Christmas.
Aww.
Yeah, there's Paranorman. The kitty's just too cute. I'm sorry.
She's just chilling.
Yeah, it's adorbs.
We can count Twilight. They glitter. They're dressing up and
Oh no! No!
It is vampires with werewolves, so it can go into but I wouldn't say it's the top Halloween movie.
No,
it's like at the bottom. Let's go low.
Yeah, I think the books probably did it better than the movies, probably.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. The Return of Oz. They consider that Halloween because it's darker than the original Wizard
I think
of
I
Oz.
might have heard of that movie actually.
Mm-hmm. It has the same girl from The Craft in it, and the word witch.
Was it when like Dorothy was like a child age or something like that, or
yes?
And
it was like before the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, and they were looking for. I forget what they had a different selective cast, I think, but it was like in the end it was supposed to
doll and
they were trying to find Scarecrow, I think, or something. I don't remember exactly.
Here's another one to watch, but not with kids. But it's funny. Shaun of the Dead.
Oh my
Shaun
God.
of the Dead. Oh yeah, I think we might have covered that a little bit in one of the previous episodes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we're talking about zombies, and I think that was brought up.
I believe yes. So yes, I do believe so.
I'm trying to remember. Not the witches.
I mean, I don't think it's unrelated to Halloween, but I don't know if it's related to Halloween, but I know it's something related to Wizard of Oz. The Tin Man series. I was able to watch those.
I love that one.
They were good. That was good. I like that. The casting on that was really well. And ironically, I almost feel like it was more following the guy that was supposed to be, quote, Tin Man, but it was like a. But I like the references to like their characters because I believe they said, "Come on, Tin Man, have a heart" or something, or to the guy that played that was supposedly he was I think he was called the sheriff, but they would call it Tin Man, I think, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it's still funny.
There's one comedy series I want to watch, What We Do in the Shadows. So badly. It's supposed to be really good. Okay, so what was it? I was just thinking about it. Not that one. House. I was looking up one that I loved.
And this is a series?
Oh, yeah, on FX. And it's a comedy, and Mark Hamill actually plays somebody in it later on.
Oh, Mark Hamill.
He's on it. I forgot his character though, but he's supposed to be like a old vampire or something, I think.
Oh boy, that's gonna be interesting. That might be entertaining.
Yeah. Okay. Tyler Perry's
Boo
movies.
Oh my God.
Medea.
I still haven't watched the second one.
Boo too. I watched that, remember, the other day.
I felt like his character, what is that character? The lawyer guy. I felt like in the Boo movie that Medea came out of him. Like I felt like Medea came out of his character at that point.
Well, isn't that his mom isn't that his mom anyway? Or his aunt? I don't know.
I think it's his aunt. Because Joe is his dad.
Yeah. So it's his aunt.
It's his aunt. So his aunt came out of him.
Well, they are blood related. No, I'm trying to remember this movie with let's Psychic powers brought to a haunted house. Now this might be close to Rose Red, that series.
Oh, that's a good.
Oh,
I love that one.
That one's not really horror. It has like light horror, but yeah, it does have a good Halloween aspect to it.
Yeah, and I wouldn't recommend kids watching it, but it's
a good movie.
Especially when the guy loses his like couple fingers because the door slams shut on his.
Oh.
Yeah,
I remember that scene. Like literally, he was almost out the door, and then like bottom half of his hand gets like just gone.
There's some movies better than others. Let's see. Oh, the Martian one I was talking about. Oh, what was it called? Invading the no. Yeah, is this it? Of course. No. Okay, small Martian stranded on Earth and think they are there to conquer it on Halloween. And they're there on Halloween night too. Space Invaders, that's the one. I keep forgetting the name. I want to say Martian something. Space Invaders.
Space Invaders.
The first time I ever saw it, I was home giving out candy because I think my mom and stepdad, they were at a party that night, and they usually don't do Halloween night parties, but that was the first time. So I was doing the candy and stuff with my sisters, and we watched that. And then my parents got home early because, and watched the rest with us or something. But it was hilarious. Gallery. I hate when they have the gallery stuff. I still haven't decorated for Halloween, by the way. So I'm waiting.
I'm not.
I at least have to do the inside. Because we on the 25th we're supposed to have a Halloween party with just immediate friends. Well, the ship friends. Yay. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, that's more of a horror, though. Aw, I love watching that little kid.
Yeah, I'm lost in that cat right now. I'm like,
and she's just like, la, 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 la. Oh, of course. Wow, how did I forget this? It's another Tim Curry, Clue. You've never seen Clue?
I think I know, like I've seen the movie around, but I've never actually sat down and watched it.
It's based on the game Clue.
That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah, and it has several different endings based on who is the killer, which is really cool. But it's hilarious. I mean, so much fun to watch.
You're being cute and distracting to people.
He's like, that's my job.
I'm a cat. That's my job.
No, it'd be perfect if she was all black, too.
Oh,
kitty. I'm just kidding.
You get some little pumpkin headbands to put on her little head.
Aww.
Just to see it, just to see her try to get it off, because like cats are like, a lot of cats don't like having anything on them.
She's more of a cuddler.
Aww.
I love cuddlings.
My sister was like, my cat doesn't cuddle. I was like, I got a cat that'll cuddle. I was like, I'll save it for you for Christmas.
Oh, we have a.
And she was like, I'll take it. And I was like, okay.
Pretty much, Maverick is the cuddle bug. Goose is I'll cuddle for a little bit, but then I'm gonna bite you.
Yeah, I think my mom's cat's like this. Is like that. He'll want attention. He'll lay down, but once you halfway through, not too long into petting, he'll start thinking it's a game, and he'll go grab, bite.
It's like I want to be pet when I want to, and then I want to play, or I want to mess with you. And that's another thing I shared on TikTok. What he does, like he like lays down, he just wants pets, and then all of a sudden he starts biting and trying to mess with me, and I'm like, really?
That's when I take the laser pointer and make him go to the wall.
Our laser pointer ran out of juice, so we needed a new one.
That's the greatest invention for animals. They just you want them to get tired so they don't bug you when you want to go to bed. You can just do something like this and they'll just tire
Quit
themselves
looking at
out.
my head. You're not climbing on top of my head. It's not gonna happen.
That's another thing with Maverick. You gotta be careful. If you have hair, he'll try to eat at it.
No, Nova likes to climb.
All right,
like Queen Bee.
Here's another one. Blade.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
In a series.
Rumor has it they might be trying to remake that put it in to tie it in with the MCU now as well.
Something like that, yeah.
The MCU is like it's gonna get a lot bigger now. I think, and they got a lot more they can do now, especially with Fox being part of Disney now. So it's like they can bring in some.
Oh, that reminds me.
Wesley Snipes was a really good actor, though.
Oh yeah.
He did good also in Judge Dredd. That's the one I'm thinking.
Did you see him in Tu Wong Fu?
No,
Thanks
not
for
Judge
everything.
Dredd.
I say Wesley Snipes is Judge in Judge Dredd.
No. I'm thinking of another one. Shoot. All right, it's gonna come up.
Yeah, I'll come back to you.
Demolition Man. That's the one.
Yeah, okay. I think I remember. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I do remember that one too.
Love that one.
Did you ever see him in Tu Wong Fu? Thanks for everything.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Oh
I was like, oh my god,
perfection.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what movie was I thinking about? Oh, I was gonna go under Disney Halloween movies because they have others I know about, like Tower of Terror is one. Oh, of course, Maleficent is considered now.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
I can agree.
Girl versus Monster was a good one.
Don't know that.
Oh, their Zombies movie was so cute.
Disney's got like a zombie high school or zombie.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a musical.
It's called Zombies.
Yeah, that.
There's also Under Wraps was a good one.
I remember that one.
Invisible Sister they did. We already know Halloween Town and Twitches. The Scream Team we talked about. Oh, Mom's Boyfriend is a Vampire.
I remember that one. I'm gonna go on like a freaking Halloween binge watching thing when we get off here.
Yeah, I think I'm about ready to myself.
Don't look under the bed is another one.
Yeah, I talked about that.
Phantom of the Megaplex. Remember that?
Phantom of the Megaplex.
There's also Escape to Witch Mountain.
I remember Escape to Witch Mountain, both of them.
Mm-hmm. The Witch Mountain and Escape to Witch Mountain. They put Bed Knobs and Broomsticks in it.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if I'd say that's Halloween.
What is that play that the witches stand around the cauldron and they talk about double, toil and trouble?
Is that Macbeth you're talking about?
Bubble. Yeah, Macbeth. That's what I'm thinking of.
Return to Witch Mountain. Now You See It. There's a magician one. Oh, they consider Smart House a Halloween one. Oh, The Ghost of Buxley Hall. That one was cute. There's also Blackbeard's Ghost, which is a good one. Can of Worms. That was crazy. Oh, My Babysitter's a Vampire movies and the series. I love. Last year I watched it for Halloween, like finished the whole series.
J-Dog is so in love with this cat. It's not.
I'm enamored. I'm mesmerized. I can't.
He's got this "I adore you" look on his face.
I was like,
You
just
have
watching the cat.
Bring your kitty in.
I don't have a cat. I mean,
thought
like
you-
my cat died years ago.
Oh, you
Yeah, I'm
need a new
gonna
cat.
beep 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 boop boop boop. Send him through the portal. Like, no, you got a cat.
If only we had portals.
We will someday.
Mhm.
Long, long time from now.
We'll probably be dead by the time.
Are you gonna go away now? Are you gonna go away, or are you stretching?
Snotty, beam him down. Why did somebody tell me
Yeah,
my
he's
ass
going
was so big?
And you guys saw Tower of Terror, right? With Steve
Yeah.
Gutenberg.
Ta-
That's a good one. I love that one. I'm trying to see Tower of Terror. Yeah, Under Wraps. They come up every year with a new one. That's why I'm seeing if I'm missing any from Disney, other than the ones everybody knows. Mm-hmm. They need. I'm trying to, and Netflix, of course, has a bunch of stuff too. What do you do? Or she do? I mean,
I was trying to put her in the little cubby hole where I've got like a blanket, and because Bayway likes to come over here sometimes, and like she was like putting her claw on top of the desk, like, no, I'm not going.
I'm not going in.
that's funny.
Can't make me.
Oh, other than the Babysitter's Guide to Monster Hunting, Hubie Halloween is another new one. Now that one's just goofy, cheesy, funny.
Hubie. I can tell about the name.
Adam Sandler's in it too, and his groupies. That
Oh yeah, I've seen that on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Hubie.
Under the Shadow. Don't know. Let's see what else. Trying to think what I saw. I think Hocus Pocus right now is on Netflix too. So
I wouldn't be surprised it's not, because the fact, I mean, it's Halloween season. There's going to be a lot. If you go through Netflix, you'll probably find, besides Hocus Pocus, you'll find Addams Family 1 and 2, and you'll find.
I found one that I thought was cute, and I watched a long time ago. It's called Witch's Ball, for the love of music. It was so cute. It's definitely a kids one. Definitely kids.
I think I've seen that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Underworld. Duh. Gotta do Underworld. The Spiderwick Chronicles. That is a scary in it too.
It wasn't that scary.
Well, it has like that feel to it, you know. Get that feeling. But there's some others I used to watch all the time. I just can't.
All Hallows Eve.
Oh yeah. All right. I don't want scary movies for kids. Oh. I don't want horror movies, dang it. When you put in Halloween movies, sometimes it's like horror, and I'm like, no, I don't want horror.
That's not what I was typing.
And what's this one? Okay, we already know that. We did say The House with the Clock on Its Walls.
Into the Woods. That's kind of Halloweeny.
Yeah. Monster House, Corpse Bride, Haunted Mansion. Duh. The Japanese Spirited Away is a good one too.
Wizards of Waverly Place, was that technically?
Yeah, that could be good. It's a good series. Oh, The Dark Crystal. Because it has that kind of feel to it. Oh, 1980, The Watcher in the Woods. Definitely.
What about Can of Worms?
Yeah, I already brought that one up. That one's hilarious and crazy.
Some of these I've never seen. Like The Ghost of Buxley Hall. What is that?
Oh, you have to watch it. It's so fun. Actually, I might have to introduce you to some again. Yeah. There's just so many. Ugh.
Yeah.
Mm. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that jumps to mind though, because we have 5 more minutes.
I
Don't
think we
forget,
almost.
yeah, don't forget October 30th is a special Hocus Pocus night.
Cool.
She's like
Speaking
cleaning
of,
her
like-
paws. It's so cute.
I said, speaking of that, I finally saw the resemblance that. Aww.
You're so
Like
cute.
giving herself a bath. It's so adorable. See if I can get front view. She's a cute little kitten.
Gosh, reminds me when Maverick and Goose were kittens.
Oh my gosh, she's rotten.
They're all spoiled, I think.
So yeah, I finally saw the resemblance of the child actor. I think I saw, like I said, I saw clips of Hocus Pocus when when Binks was the child actor. I'm like, oh wow, that is Sean Murray. I'm like, holy, there's his face. I'm like, wow, I didn't put that together. It's like, wow, there it is. It's like, I know you.
Halloween movies for family. There's so
Basically.
many. Oh, of course, Mostly Ghostly. How could I forget that?
Mostly ghostly. I like that one.
They had 2 movies. I wonder if they're coming out with the 3rd one this year. I'm gonna have to look that up. Oh, I also forgot this one. Spookly the Square Pumpkin. That's a cute one.
Oh, I remember that one.
And there's also The Dog Who Saved Halloween.
Did we say Monster House? I think we did.
Yeah, you said.
Yeah, I believe we did. Yeah.
Oh, I still need to see the new Scooby Doo. Scoob. Oh, Mary and the Witch's Flower, which is on Netflix, is good too.
Yeah, there's a Kiki's Delivery Service too.
Yes, I love Kiki's Delivery Service. I actually own that one.
It's adorable.
I like trying to give some ideas for people who have kids, though, when I can. Dang it, stop moving. Let's see. Trying to see if there's any others I might have missed. But Hocus Pocus is always the main one people remember, I think, the most. I mean, that's like a major Halloween classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't they come out with a Hocus Pocus too?
I swear I saw.
Yeah, they're working on it.
I saw a poster saying witches are back. But
yeah,
it'd be kind of interesting if how many of the original witches are still alive or signed on to do this. I mean, I thought I heard the main one might be back.
Okay, there's a virtual reunite for a virtual Halloween special, October 30th. Okay, so it's going to be all 3 of the sisters. And it's for a good cause. It's for the nonprofit, the New York Restoration Project. And let's see what they're going to be doing with it. Okay, so it's going to be called In Search of the Sanderson Sisters, a Hocus Pocus Halloween takeover, and it's promised to be one of the hottest pandemic-safe Halloween events of the year. Virtual event tickets are priced at $10 and will benefit NYRP. And let's see. The access to nature is a fundamental right of every New Yorker. Oh no. they're saying the Hocus Pocus reunion on October 30th may not be the last. Oh, it may not. I thought it said it was. May not be the last time we see the three witches united. They confirmed Disney Plus had hired writers to revisit the cult comedy, and they're hoping the lead actors will get involved with the new iteration. Oh, so they're doing a reboot? I thought they were gonna do a continuation. I don't know. Hope it's a good one though. So the virtual event is October 30th. It doesn't say what time, but
they said all three. What I've looked so far, they said all three of them are interested in reprising the roles. So they want to do it. So I could see them. It'd be hard for them to tell them no. I would love to see a more modern, like basically a 2020 or a modern take on these on Hocus Pocus. I would with the three of them back. That'd be great.
Oh yeah. So if you heard this, make sure to do the virtual Halloween special. It's only $10 for a good cause. All right. Well, it's after 10. No. So on that note, I know everybody's probably like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch this," and now
I am. I'm over here. I got like a list going.
All right. So just I call our listeners now Fusioners. So Fusioners, just so you know, next Tuesday is our game night. We're gonna do Jackbox games, and I'm gonna see what anything else we're gonna try to get into. But other than that, before then, enjoy your Halloween because I'm excited. I love Halloween. And the little kitty says goodbye too. But thank you again, Jeremy. Kristen is going to be more of a regular host. She's going to be one of my co-hosts, like Nancy. So we have 2 co-hosts.
I'm the crazy one.
But at least she's not in denial, right?
Denial is a river.
I'm sleep but a psycho.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But of course, this is, as I said, this is presented and produced by Fusion Radio. We do have a Patreon. If you go to our About page, you can link into it. And the more, of course, you put towards it, the more benefits you get with being a part of us.
Yeah, do the big one so you can do a show with us.
Do a show, be a part of the game nights, all that fun stuff, right? Be a guest. Be my guest. Be my guest. Okay,
Lord.
Anyway.
I would definitely say I would love to have even more people playing with us and actually having people in our audiences as well. Just it makes some of those Jackbox games more enjoyable.
Oh, they're so much fun.
Because the fact, I mean, granted, we had fun with our Jackbox games, but with this 2 of us doing some of those games, or 2 or 3 of us doing just some of those games, they didn't. We
need more, pretty much.
Especially I want to do a full party. Almost like a big wish would be a full party of the Trivia Murder Party game, because the fact that'd be fun with. Yeah. Because sometimes if it goes well, it can go 5 or 6 rounds before we get to that final round, because people can keep playing without because they get the answers correct.
Mm-hmm. So I will definitely post that soon, but thank you again for coming to check us out, and we will see you guys next Tuesday for game night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.